I don't think we've met. Mostly because this version of me has to hold a lot back. I'm like an avatar for the real me. I'm real enough because I'm not an actor. This isn't a television show or a movie. This is a vlog about my real life. So I'm real enough as avatars go. This is a video, and you are a viewer, and I'm the one making this video. And if we know each other in real life, especially if we're friends, I might seem different here than I am there. I might seem like I'm doing too little, or I might seem like I'm doing too much. I suppose it depends on your opinion of me in real life and the distance between us as far as who I am here and who I am there. This all came to mind because I spent most of the weekend talking to a variety of friends who have known me since I was probably a teenager. And inevitably, we talked about this vlog and some of the more spicy details that I have revealed about myself on it, which has been equal parts cathartic and terrifying as far as sharing information with the internet is concerned. But for the most part, I would have to categorize it as being a positive overall psychological experience. I mean, it seems to make me feel better. Still, it's amazing how much my friends don't know about me, or how much I don't know about them for that matter. And I think part of the reason for that is because friendship, generally speaking, doesn't require full transparency in order to be effective, functional. And sometimes there is personal information that's subject to holdback, because what would be the benefit in revealing it all? But what I've noticed is that a funny thing does happen as you get older, but you still manage to maintain relationships with people who knew you from your childhood or your early teenage years. Present day conversations will sometimes reveal things to those friends that they were completely unaware of, even though they were present when they were taking place. We're talking about details that happened 5, 10, even 20 years ago in some cases. And that can create some revelatory moments in conversations in present day. For instance, a friend asked me how university was going. I said it was going well, because generally speaking, it is. But I'd be lying if I didn't admit that it was daunting to leave a career that I was 14 years deep into, all to go back to school as a mature student. Especially given my track record with the education system, what with me being a high school dropout and everything. Wait, what? And that was the moment. He had no idea that I had dropped out of high school as a teenager. He had just always assumed that I was educated. But as much as it surprised him to find that out, it surprised me to find out that he didn't know that about me. Because I assumed that everyone knew that about me. Or not everyone, but my friends. But apparently, not all of my friends know I didn't complete high school. There was just this assumption that I did. And that was just one example over this weekend of friends learning things about me that I had always assumed they knew. And it turned out they had no idea. Some of these friends didn't know that I had had cancer. Some of these friends didn't know that I had left the police department. Some of these friends had no idea that I had fought professionally in the late 2000s. The list went on and on over this weekend as I hooked up again with friends that I hadn't seen for a few years. It was quite an interesting experience for me. But what made it even more interesting was the idea that me doing these videos had exposed a lot of that information to people who already knew quite a bit about me because they had been with me through much of my growing years. The ones that didn't know these things now because of this YouTube channel. And that makes me feel better about doing this, to be honest. It makes me feel closer to my friends, but it also makes me feel closer to the people who are viewing these videos, because it means that I'm being more transparent with my life. And I'm a big proponent of transparency. I think it's incredibly important because the purpose of that transparency is to better connect with the people that I care about. I can't help but feel that transparency somehow enhances the viewing experience in a video where a person is trying to impart some sort of lesson from their life. Because the lessons I share in these videos do come from my life experience. And being able to share the details of my life with the people who are in it, but maybe weren't aware of those things, feels like a good way to enhance the bonds that already exist between us. But it also feels like a good way to create new bonds with new people. Because I can't help but feel that even though you weren't with me all those years ago, you can still learn the lessons from all those years ago. At least I hope you can.